Vince McMahon got caught up in another sex scandal, and this time it was a sex trafficking lawsuit from Janel Grant that has ruined his career. That's right, let's take note of the words another and this time, because despite the horrifying details of this latest lawsuit from a former WWE employee, anybody who's been covering Vince McMahon for any length of time is well aware of the decades of allegations of sexual misconduct against Vince McMahon. Google Rita Chatterton. Google Tanzabar 2006. Google Vince McMahon hush money payments 2022. They all point to the inevitable sex trafficking lawsuit that was always going to take Vince McMahon down for good. And some of these allegations will make your skin crawl. McMahon allegedly roped in fellow executives, possibly WWE crew members, his physical therapist, and allegedly Brock Lesnar into this entire scandal. As a result, at least one woman's life was almost ruined, and less importantly, Brock Lesnar was pulled from the Royal Rumble, WWE, and the pro wrestling business indefinitely. I would say Brock Lesnar will never compete in a WWE ring again, but given the long history of problematic stars who get second chances, including Brock Lesnar, and the fickle 24-hour news cycle, nothing is forever in this country. The proof may have well been in the pudding. Oh, bad analogy, my bad. Because these alleged text messages are filled with as many timestamps as they are typos. Vince McMahon has always had a dark cloud over him, but was always able to get away with it because of power and money. After he stepped down from WWE in a similar situation, there was literally a documentary named The 9 Lives of Vince McMahon. Do you know what happened at the end of that documentary? They asked all these know-it-all white gossip columnists, is Vince McMahon gonna come back from this? And they all said no. Vince McMahon was back about, 6 months later? It wasn't until McMahon sold his WWE stock and motherfuckers read the actual details of a 67-page report that they now began to pretend that it was such a surprise that Vince would do something like this. Vince McMahon has always been an alleged predator. He tried to warn us through his character. You know, Mr. McMahon, the genetic jackhammer who abused his power as a WWE CEO to gain sexual favors from WWE divas who work under him. Why do you think he was so good at playing that character? The same reason Stone Cold Steve Austin was so believable as a bionic redneck who kicked ass and loved beers. The same reason Ken Shamrock was so believable as the world's most dangerous man. The best wrestling character are just themselves with the volume turned up, remember? Funny because that's one of Vince McMahon's favorite catchphrases. Donald Trump's power and money allows him to skate over alleged sexual misconduct allegations and an $83 million defamation lawsuit against E. Jean Carroll to make another serious run to become president. You want to talk about power and money? Trump is winning caucuses while being convicted in a courtroom. Similarly, Vince McMahon's past ownership of WWE has allowed him to not only return to the company after having resigned over sexual misconduct, Mans was able to become executive chairman of TKO as recently as 2023. Let's not sit here and act like Vince McMahon is finally gone for good because people have had it with this toxic behavior. He's gone now and will hopefully never come back because he mortgaged the power that could have brought him back. Period. This is just as much of a money dilemma as it is a moral dilemma, and that's just a sad truth. Perhaps there's nothing anybody could have done about this, and I get it. I'm not really pointing the finger at anybody but Vince and the toxic corporate culture he cultivated. Many people compare WWE to Succession, namely the McMahon family. But this is worse. Much worse. So much worse. McMahon, much like Logan Roy, took advantage of a woman half his age and was able to get away with it because who's gonna tell the chairman shit? With Vince gone, the attention will now turn to top WWE executives who are in Vince's inner circle. Nick Khan has already sent out a statement this past Friday notifying employees of Vince McMahon's resignation. Triple H and Ari Emanuel have already started to feel the heat from the media. Ronda Rousey called out Bruce Pritchard hours before the Royal Rumble via Twitter. Ari promised change from the top down and nobody is safe. WWE's finna clean house, and again, nobody is safe.
Nobody, baby. Nobody.
The Janel Grant lawsuit gave way to Slim Jim pausing its longtime partnership with WWE, and possibly in fear of similar sponsors following suit around WrestleMania season, McMahon stepped down almost immediately after. In a similar domino effect, it's fair to wonder if other women will come forward with their stories. It's crazy to think that Vince McMahon, of all people, largely avoided backlash during the speaking out controversy that claimed the careers and reputations of so many wrestlers across every promotion, all thanks to his good friends, power and money. During that entire scandal, Vince said, "You better not say my name." But Vince McMahon's current scandal may grow to be its own speaking out movement. And I shudder to think what else comes out the more we learn about the predatory environment that McMahon allegedly fostered for decades. Check out this playlist about Vince McMahon's sexual misconduct and subscribe. Have you read the Janel Grant lawsuit? Did you throw up after? Tell me in the comments!
Thank you.